Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Fisher. Welcome everyone to our first webinar in this Introduction to Marketing series. We will be releasing new webinars to this series on a bi-weekly basis, and I invite all of you to join and bring anyone else that may be interested in gaining some more valuable information in marketing for small businesses. Today I just want to briefly cover a few topics that we will be going more into depth with over the next few webinars, and give you all the opportunity at the end to send over any of your own ideas or topics you would like to be covered in the rest of this series. So a little bit about myself. Again, my name's Ryan. I'm a sales rep here at TAPLocal. Have a lot of experience in marketing. I help business owners on a daily basis, help grow their business, or evaluate what type of marketing strategies would work best based on the industry that they're in, or what their common goals are. So as we look at the introduction to this marketing series for small businesses, we first need to look at pretty deeply on a few questions. So first, does your industry matter in how you market? The second question would be, where should I market, or what platform should I market on? The third question you should ask yourself is, what is the goal of my ad? And the fourth question is that big question we all want to know, which is, how much will it cost? And the fifth and final question would be, what should be included in my marketing budget? All right, so now let's take a closer look at all of these questions. So the first one, does industry matter in how you market? The answer is yes. Each industry is going to have its own unique buyer's journey. Whether you're a retail store or a restaurant or service-based industry or any other type of company out there, you're going to have your own unique goals and how you're going to gain a new prospect. A prospect is a potential customer or a person in which you speak with, or your company, or they request information from your company, but they have not yet purchased from you. And so when I say does an industry matter, what I mean is that each individual industry is going to have its own unique goal and how they're going to get a customer to actually purchase from them. So let's just take two different types of companies for a quick example here. If we were to look at a restaurant or a retail store versus a service-based industry. If you think back of watching a TV commercial or listening to a radio ad, oftentimes when you hear a restaurant commercial, you'll hear them talking about offering like a buy one get one off, half off coupon, or some other type of incentive to get you to come in the door. Maybe they just talk about how great their food is. When you listen to or watch a service-based industry run an ad, you always see their phone number at the end of the ad. Point being is that they have two different types of goals in mind when they're creating these ads. The service-based industry wants you to call, or wants the customer to call in and schedule an appointment with the company, as opposed to a restaurant where they're trying to actually get you to walk in the front door. And so when we're taking a look into marketing, we have to have those types of goals in mind and understand our customer and what we're trying to get them to do. And so hence comes these different types of marketing and platforms out there. And each of these platforms are going to give us the ability to drive customers to your business in a different way. All right, so this brings us to the next question. Where should I market, or what platform should I market on? There are a number of platforms to choose from, whether that be Facebook, Instagram, which are often done together, Google, YouTube, TV, radio, billboards. So how do you know which one is going to work best for your business? Some of the following topics we will cover should help you start revealing what platforms might help your business in reaching the right customers and goals. Throughout this series, we're going to be covering a lot more of these platforms in depth. But for now, let's just take a few looks at some examples that we have. So starting with Facebook and Instagram ads. These are targeting platforms, which means that when you're setting up an ad, you get to decide how you're going to be targeting your customers based on specific attributes. These things can be, what people are interested in, where they're located, whether or not they have children. the type of career or work field they work in, and many other types of targeting attributes that you can choose from when creating these ads. An example of this might be a retail kids clothing store located in LA. They may want to target moms with children under 17 years old that are in the Los Angeles area. This will enable those specific people to see their ad. So as opposed to your ad just showing up to the general public and everybody seeing the ad, we are now specifically going after moms that have children under the age of 17 in the Los Angeles area and guaranteeing that those are the types of people that are going to only see the ad. Now, when we're taking a look at Google, it's a different type of platform. This is considered to be a search platform where people are actually looking for your business as opposed to you targeting those customers and trying to get them to become interested in your businesses. So some different types of Google ads that can be used are going to be click ads or shopping ads or display ads. So each of these different types of Google ads are going to have their own unique goals in mind when creating them as well. A quick example of a Google click ad may be an HVAC company that wants to have a click ad where their ad is showing up when somebody, a prospect, is searching on Google air conditioning repair company near me. Or maybe they want to show up when somebody searches 24/7 air conditioning service near me. They may also choose to have when their ad is clicked on for the potential customer to call the company right away. This is called a click to call. If it's a non-emergency search term used to call or a non-emergency search term used to try and contact the company, maybe the company wants them to actually be prompted to fill out a form fill. In this case, we can direct the click ad to forward that prospect to the business's website where they would then fill out that form fill. This is often used if a company needs to gather additional information prior to talking with the customer to pre-qualify them. Oftentimes, you run into companies like a real estate company, for example, and you're wanting to use this real estate company. You're on their website and you fill out a form fill. They may ask you questions like, where are you currently located? What area are you looking to buy in? Do you have a specific budget in mind? Do you need a specific amount of bedrooms or bathrooms? These are pre-qualifying questions that maybe your company wants to have on your website on a form fill. Obviously, that's specific to your industry as well, but those are all things to keep in mind. Do I need to know more information about my prospect prior to engaging with that customer? Now, obviously, aside from digital marketing solutions, there's the other types of marketing that have been around a lot longer that we know about, which is TV, radio, and billboards. These are still also an option, but we also have to keep in mind a very important question, which is who's actually going to be seeing or hearing these forms of advertising. When we refer back to the two previous examples with Facebook and Instagram and Google ads, we're talking about an ad where we're either targeting a specific prospect or type of customer, or Google where people are specifically searching for what they're looking for. TV, radio, and billboards, we don't always know exactly the type of people that are viewing those types of ads, that are driving past them, hearing it on the radio, or watching on TV. So it's a more broad audience. And so when we compare that to digital marketing today, I truly believe that's the reason why digital marketing is so successful, and just the simple fact that we're able to get in front of more specific audiences that are interested in the companies that we work with. And again, we'll go a lot more depth into this on future episodes of this series, but it's a really important thing to think about is who exactly is your audience or your potential customers that are out there, and how are you going to reach those people specifically? Or how do you know that those are the people that are actually seeing your ad? These are all very important questions to ask yourself when you're thinking about using any types of form of marketing. So this brings us to question number 3. Another thing that you have to consider before beginning to market your business is, what is the goal of your ad going to be? So we can break this down into 3 easy topics. The first being, what is your overall goal? The second, what is your SMART goal? And the third being, what is your sales process? So with an overall goal, it really just comes down to, what do you want to happen? How do you want to actually receive a customer? Do you want to receive leads? Do you want to get phone calls? How do you want to actually meet with one of your customers or gain that customer's information? The SMART goal is going to be, how do you actually want that information to be delivered? Do you want to receive the lead through text? Maybe you want to receive it through email. There's a lot of different ways that you can look at receiving that information, how it's being delivered to either you or an employee or sales rep, whatever that looks like within your sales process, which brings us to that topic. So sales process, the easiest way I like to look at the sales process is just breaking it down on, how am I going to make this the most smoothest way for myself or somebody within my company to complete a sale with one of my customers? What's the best or easiest way to make that happen? For me, I talk with people every day on the phone. So our ultimate goal is to get a prospect on the phone and be able to get a clear understanding of their business, their needs, and make sure that we're putting together a strategy or plan that meets the needs of that business. So now some of you may be asking yourself, well, Ryan, I don't really know what my overall goal is or my SMART goal is. Like, how am I supposed to know what's best for my business? And I mean, these are all really great questions. These are questions that I get asked every day when I'm working with, business owners. It's part of, like I said, what we do here is we help figure out those types of things when working with business owners one-on-one, trying to figure out, what fits best for your business. But let me just give you a really quick example here. So if we were to look at your overall goal, again, your overall goal is going to be figuring out how exactly you're going to receive a customer. So do you want this to be a lead that's coming into your business? Do you want phone calls? Do you want foot traffic? How is a customer going to meet with your business? SMART goal is going to be how that lead or that call or that person is going to actually be delivered. So, are you going to receive those leads through email? Are they going to come through text message? Are they going to go through your website first to fill out the form fill and then be sent through email? So just figuring out how exactly it's going to be delivered and understanding the quantity. How many leads do you actually need in order for your business to be successful? Now, a lot of times when I work with business owners, we hear these unrealistic expectations. I want 100 leads a day. Well, how many employees do you have? Well, it's just me. I'm the only person. I work by myself. I'm a one-man show. 100 leads is a lot of people to be calling. I mean, to be honest with you should be calling each of your leads at least 3 times a day, sending them an email, sending them a text. I mean, it gets to be quite a lot. We also need to understand, what is my closing ratio? If I speak to 10 customers or 10 prospects, how many of these people are actually purchasing from me? Am I closing 1 person? Am I closing 2? Am I closing 3? And really understanding how many people do I need to be closing per day or per week in order for my business to be successful. Now, you don't have to rush at all of this at the beginning, but, starting off with a somewhat decent budget and figuring out, kind of how many leads you're going to need, it's something that you kind of figure out going through the process. There's not really one particular direct right answer to that. but it's something that you can kind of figure out along the way, which brings us into the next couple of topics here, which, the number 4 is really the big question, which is, how much do I need to spend, or how much is this going to cost? Have you thought about a realistic budget for your business, or what you're wanting it to cost for marketing? To calculate how you should invest into marketing in your business, it should be simply taken on about 7 to 8% of the gross annual revenue that your business is bringing in. So if you were to take 7 to 8% of what you're making per month or per year for your business, that can give you a general idea. Now, a lot of times, and a lot of people that are sitting in today might think, well, my business is just starting. I'm not making any money yet. So how do I figure out, what's comfortable for me? This is something where, we TAPLocal definitely help out a lot. We can sit down with you and help you understand, what maybe you should be spending towards marketing at the beginning, kind of depending on where you're at in the process of getting your business open. But at the end of the day, it should be something that's affordable to you. But something that is looked at as an investment. That's like that old saying, you have to spend money to make money, and it's definitely true when it comes to marketing. It's also true that if you're not marketing, your business isn't growing. So you look at these large companies like McDonald's, for example, right? McDonald's is a huge company making billions of dollars per year, yet you see their commercials everywhere on TV, or you hear them on the radio. They still actively market everywhere. And it's because of that exact saying, you have to continue to market in order to continue to grow. So I know I'm getting a little bit off topic here, but just understanding a reasonable budget at the beginning is extremely important. But it's something, again, that we can definitely help out with. And the easiest thing to always fall back to is 7 to 8% until your business is doing about $5 million or more per year in sales. Just rely back on that 7 to 8%. Now, we're going to look at the 5th and final question for today, which is, what should be included in my marketing budget? Now, there's a lot more to marketing than what just meets the eye when we think about advertising, or what types of ads we're going to create and all of these things. There's a lot of things that are included in a marketing budget that we don't think about. For example, that employee that works at the front desk that answers the phones or calls out for you to schedule appointments and things. Those can be considered, or that employee's paycheck is technically considered part of your marketing budget. If you have somebody that's going out and passing out flyers and you're paying them per hour, or even if you're doing it yourself, have you ever thought about how much do I consider paying myself per hour? Like, if you were to actually pay yourself per hour, how much would you pay yourself? What is your time worth per hour? And now compare that to, spending that money in your own marketing, or maybe looking at getting some more experienced help at the beginning. Again, here at TAPLocal, it's something that we can meet with you and help you out in discovering as well. Some other things that can be included in your marketing budget is, if you have a retail shop or restaurant and you have an A-frame sign that's sitting out on the corner, however much that costs, that's towards your marketing budget. Business cards, business decals on the side of your vehicle. I mean, there's just so many things. Pretty much anything that could entail your business talking with a customer or a prospect in any way is potentially part of your marketing budget and should be looked at that way. All right, so this brings us to the point. So the point of this episode is that, there's a lot of decisions to be made when it comes to digital marketing, or just marketing in general. And each company, depending on the platform being used, the industry, the budget being spent, goals that are intended, is all going to need its own unique marketing plan that works specifically for that business. It's extremely rare that the exact marketing strategy works for two businesses of the same and end up with the same results. And so most companies spend a lot of time and money trying to figure out the different types of marketing and what's going to work for them. But most start with little or no experience. And so, if you feel that you would prefer to have someone with a lot more experience help you or your business from the start, I mean, that's what we're here for. We're here to help you guys. And so, TAPLocal, we have more than 20 years experience. Myself or one of our other experts here are ready to help. Just let us know. Through our following webinars, we're going to be breaking down each of the following topics much more while working to uncover the right path for each of your businesses. But I would like to also be sure to address some topics that you want to learn about. So please, between now and our next webinar, email me at webinars@taplocalnow.com, as you can see on your screen there. And just let me know your thoughts on this webinar or for future ones or topics that you guys want to hear more about. Additionally, I will be offering free marketing and or credit card processing consultations to anybody in this webinar today. Just send us an email of a date and time that works for you, or you can also just schedule directly with us by copying the URL link below on the screen. So if you just copy that link, it'll take you directly to our calendar to give you availability times. And like I said, either myself or another expert here will be more than happy to jump on a call with you, get to know your business a lot more and see exactly, what the best plan or solution is for you and how we can help. I just want to thank you guys for joining with us today. I know this was a quick intro, but again, I wanted to give you all the opportunity to give input on some additional topics you want to learn more or hear about, and make sure that we include at least a few of those on upcoming episodes. And we'll also be including other topics that we see fit for you guys, but again, just want to really make sure that we're covering stuff that you guys want to learn about too. So anyway, I hope to see all of you guys in the next episode in 2 weeks, and you guys be safe out there. See you soon.